Hello and welcome. I'm Annette Reeder from thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and today I want to teach you how to take just normal foods that you would make into a salsa and make it more about being anti-inflammatory and anti-carcinogenic. That's the value of using God's foods to bring healing to our body. Well, thanks for letting me share with you God's recipe for excellent health. And that includes 3 things that I love to teach you. One is how to be confident in the kitchen, confident with your health, and most importantly, confident in understanding how much God loves you. And that love is for you personally. And He's there for you, yet He wants to have a personal relationship with you. So in other words, you need to receive that love and accept Him so that He and you can walk together in this life and you will have such a greater life experience. And so today we're going to make salsa. Salsa can be anti-inflammatory and it can be anti-carcinogenic. So this is key because so many of you are saying, what do I eat for this? What do I eat for that? And different health issues. It all comes down to the 3 principles. So hopefully you already have my Treasures of Healthy Living Bible study to understand and thoroughly read about those 3 principles. That's also a Bible study you can teach in your church or your ladies group or your men's group. So today we're going to be making salsa. I'm using some heirloom tomatoes, and these tomatoes are some yellows and some reds that we're going to use to make the salsa. I've already kind of chopped them up a little bit, and now we're just going to put them in our food processor. So this is a different food processor than what I was using, and I really like it. This is actually sits on top of the base for my Vitamix blender. And I also have some parsley in here, straight out of my garden. So I'm going to put the tomatoes in there. Now, we're also going to use some garlic. So 1, 2, 3, 4 cloves of garlic. It's all up to you. What do you like and how much strong garlic flavor would you like? Garlic has been known for centuries to be a healing effect in your body. In fact, during the bubonic plague, it was used to bring healing when they didn't have antibiotics. And it worked. It worked faster without side effects. It's a very important food to always have in your diet. Next is some onions. We've talked about onions in other videos, so make sure you're subscribed to this channel so I can just teach you about the different foods that God called good for you that bring healing. So I do lots of grocery discovery videos. I teach a lot about nutrition, but most importantly, I teach you the biblical principles, and that's what makes it work. Now, I already showed you I used some parsley out of my garden, but I didn't have a lot left because I was doing some other videos, so I'm going to add in some fresh spinach from my garden as well. Salsa can be whatever you want it to be. So don't get caught up in, well, it has to have this, this, and this. Well, it could, but you can also have this, this, and this. So salsa to me is just chopped onions and tomatoes. Now I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil, just because oil is so healing. And I'm going to add in just kind of about 1/4 of a cup of lime juice. Now to this, I'm just going to add a sprinkle of salt. I always use the Real Salt brand just because I like the way they process it and they still leave all of the minerals intact. God created salt for a purpose for our body, and it's important to have it intact and not bleached. And many of the salts that you buy in the grocery store, you're only getting half salt and half fillers. So a lot to understand about the grocery store. Okay, now I also put some of my asparagus that I just picked in the garden. I'm going to throw this in here too, just because, why not? So let's pop the top on. Since I forgot the asparagus, I'll just send it down the chute. And then we just want to pulse. And that's all we need to do, and we have perfect salsa. I like mine a little bit chunky, and it's going to taste delicious. The next thing is, how would we serve this? Well, like I need to tell you how to eat salsa, but I am going to share with you some fun things that you can do with it. One is it can be your dressing on top of a salad. So bypass those other dressing mixes that you buy in the store. Even sometimes when you make your own dressing, which is a much better option, you can just use salsa. So my 2 favorite salad toppings is salsa or hummus. Now a fun way to serve these is I went out into the garden and got some cabbage leaves, and then I put them in some hot water for just about not even 20 seconds, just to make them nice and pliable. You can then put some black beans on your leaves. You could also add some rice, and then we can put some of our salsa on here too, and just make a really delicious wrap. And I do mean delicious, because fresh salsa, you can't get that in the store. So yes, if you have some tortillas, you could use those. You could use it as a dip for chips. And I put way too much in this leaf, but definitely I could just make this into a nice cabbage roll and put that on the plate like that. Although I might need a little bit more for the second one. And you have a complete meal. Now your family may say that's not a complete meal if you're like my husband, but it is. It's got the proteins, it's got the good nutrition, and it's low fat, which it has healthy fat, so it's not overly fat, but it does have healthy fats, and it's going to nourish your cells. So I hope you enjoy this dish. I can't wait to see your comments, to see what you thought about the salsa. And it's not that salsa is new, but what I wanted to impart to you was that it's anti-inflammatory and it's anti-carcinogenic. So it's going to help your body to heal. Make it yourself so much better and fresher than buying it at the store, and you're going to enjoy it. So enjoy this dish, and until next time, remember, God loves you with an unending love, and He desires to have a relationship with you. So thanks for watching me at Annette at thebiblicalnutritionist.com. It is finally here, my latest book, and this is such a treasure. I am so excited about this book, 7 Foods of the Promised Land. Why these 7 foods? Does it really matter? Why didn't He choose broccoli? You know how I teach about that. But no, these 7 foods are so specific. God had a purpose for each one of these foods to be a lesson for us to learn from. The way He shares His love through these 7 foods is incredible. Not only how nutritious they are for us, but how delicious they are for us and how spiritually encouraging they are for us. I can't wait for you to get your hands on my new book, 7 Foods of the Promised Land. Be sure and check out any of your retailers. It's available everywhere, even on my website. And while you check it out and read this book and enjoy it, be sure and leave a review on Amazon or our website. I'm going to be doing some fun giveaways for people who leave a review. Thanks for watching, and I really want you to check out 7 Foods of the Promised Land.